Hey, now we are back with an autograph analysis. Haven't done one of these in about 2 weeks since Ty Cobb. 'Cause I know the National was going on, and then people were coming home from the National, still coming home maybe. Saw a lot of great videos from the National. Really upset I couldn't be there. I've already booked a hotel for Chicago next year. Every intent on being there, but who knows what life will bring in the way. I hope everyone's recovering. I know there was a lot of cases of COVID. I guess it turned into a super spreader event. But I mean, for me, I'm not saying it's worth it. I don't want to touch other people, but it looks like everyone that went had an amazing time, which says a lot given that it was in Atlantic City. But on to Mickey Cochrane. Mickey Cochrane may be one of those very underrated Hall of Famers when you look at his statistics and everything he accomplished. He was the third catcher elected to the Hall of Fame. He was on 3 World Series championships. Now, here in Detroit, he's really beloved because of the fact that the first World Series in 1935, he was the player manager for that team. A lot of people consider his enthusiasm. He was a very tough but very enthusiastic manager. And coming into the 1935 season for the Tigers, and people outside of Detroit may not care, but the Tigers didn't have much expectations that year. The owner, Frank Navin, at the time was pretty much content with the team just being a mediocre team. And all of a sudden, they won over 100 games and won their first World Series, beating the Cubs. So a lot of people in Detroit look for Mickey Cochrane. He's sort of a hero, definitely a hero to Mickey Mantle's father, because Mickey Mantle is indeed named after the 2-time MVP, Mickey Cochrane. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the autograph analysis of the one and only Mickey Cochrane. So again, I'm going to pull up the PSA database. I always start here. And this is an early autograph of Mickey Cochrane. And one thing he did consistently, I shouldn't say consistently, but a lot of times is he would loop his M's right here and he'd loop the C right here. And maybe a small loop like you can see right here, maybe a big loop. But I look for the attempt to start a loop at the M and the C. Now, all the autographs that I know of that he signed while he was a player or through the mail, and he was a great through the mail autograph signer through his early death in 1962. I think he was only 59 years old at the time. But you could see right here, again, you could see the loop right here. You could see the loop right here. One thing I look for also with the Mickey Cochrane, and again, a little bit later in life, not as early, is usually the O to me looks like it sort of dips down. And also the end of his first name and his last name also dip down also. So again, you'll see this more when we look more at an autograph that's not as angled as this one. But I like to call it sort of the rainbow effect, sort of like what Mickey Mantle had. So you can see right here, now this is a ball, again, PSA database. I think it's good. You can see the loop right here. Again, you can see the sort of loop right there. It's almost if you could see a small rainbow in his last name. Looking at some more, and again, this is the one we looked at before. It's a close-up. This is a letter. It's tough to see. Here's a great example of what I'm talking about, the rainbow. You get loop right here. You see the loop right here. And you could see almost like a rainbow effect right here. That's really what you want to look for a Mickey Cochrane autograph. That's not, again, here's another one. You could almost see that little bit of a rainbow effect right here. He didn't sign on a plane. The O looks like it's about to fall down. Again, you don't see much of a attempt of a loop right here on the M, but definitely you can see it right here on the C. So, and again, this is not a rare autograph at all. Nice loop right here. Nice loop right here. This is signed post-playing career when he lived in Lake Forest, Illinois. Again, loop right here, loop right here. The O, it drops down. It's a little tougher to see the rainbow, but this is not a rare autograph. This is not an expensive autograph. A lot of people aren't forging his autographs, except for on very limited items like baseballs, maybe even Hall of Fame plaques. But again, he was inducted in 47. He lived to 1962. He only signed the black and white, like Art View plaques or whatever you want to call them, Albert View plaques. So he's not something you're going to find on a gold Hall of Fame plaque. So if you go to Heritage, not real expensive. His family did sell off his collection in about 2016. So a check right here, you can see like a nice check right here. This is a couple of years ago. Only went for $174. That's not a lot of money because checks are not that rare. Now, again, on all the documents, you're looking for a Gordon S. Cochrane autograph. So if you look at my autograph, this is mine right here. I remember picking this up in RR auctions Again, it's Gordon S. Cochrane autograph. These are not very rare. $200 maybe. Yeah, there's some marks on it, but the autograph is really clean, which is what I like. And even here, you can see he couldn't really stay right on the line. Kind of falls down at the end. So going to eBay, nothing terribly rare on eBay. I pulled it up. There was one baseball I had up, but I didn't want to. I'll talk about that another time. One thing I want to show, and this may be the greatest baseball action photo I've ever seen, more than the Ty Cobb sliding into third. I love this photo. On my wall back here, I have this photo framed with the check below it. So that really covers Mickey Cochrane. I wish I could say there's a lot more, but again, not a terribly rare autograph, not terribly desirable. Like you said, he was known for time with the Philadelphia Athletics, not a terribly popular team, and the Detroit Tigers. So we're going to move on from then to Eddie Collins. I've covered Eddie Collins. I've shown my Eddie Collins autographs in the past. One of mine is probably the most valuable piece of my collection. And you're going to have to tune in next time to see it again. But until then, as always, keep collecting.